Today we are going to discuss about inheritance, which is a very important concept in the point of Java. So there are the object-oriented program will be achieved by using inheritance also. So each and every time you have to remember what is the usage, what is the usage of a particular concept. This is the main concept that we are going to discuss, which is used at the time of object creation. So inheritance is like an easy relationship. We already discussed that. So let me share you the slide. Sorry, maybe the screen. Okay, so what is inheritance? So inheritance is in the sense you are going to acquire the properties of a parent class towards your class. Okay, there are two classes available. So one class acquires the properties of another class. So what you are acquiring, the properties of which class? Parent class. So that class we call it as a parent class. So the behavior of a parent class will be acquired by the child class. So it's a common thing, is a relationship, parent and child relationship. One second, one second. So it is nothing but parent and child relationship. So it is similar like you are acquiring your parents' genes or some other properties of your parents. Similarly, the inheritance concept has been designed. So what is the use of it? There is a lot of use with an inheritance. So why should we need means in the sense of acquiring the properties? Why we need to acquire that? What is the use of this? To get a properties of one parent and we can use so many times. So what is the use of it? So one time if a class is declared, I mean, the parent class is declared, you are going to use in many classes. If there are 100 classes, if only one parent class is declared and you want to use that particular method or a variable inside that parent class, you are going to use that code anywhere inside another class. This is the main usage of an inheritance. So inheritance represent the is a relationship with its also known as parent-child relationship. Already discussed this. Inheritance represents is a relationship. Please remember this word is a. So child is having a relationship with the parent and child acquires the properties of a parent and also child is having some different properties with it. So suppose the best example is your parents don't know Java, but you know Java. So that you are having somewhat properties with you. So they know some properties, but you don't know that. So this is the properties of an individual classes as well as you are going to acquire the properties of parent. That's it. This is the main thing of an inheritance. So mainly the usage of it is, let me hide this one. Okay. Usage. What is the usage of this? So at the sense of overriding. So what is an overriding? We already know that overriding in the concept, we are having the same method and we are having the same parameters and we are having the same return type and we are going to use that method inside another class. How we are going to use that? By using the extends keyword. With an example, you will get a good idea about that. At the time of overriding, we discussed about the use of inheritance. So what is the main usage of that? Method overriding will be achieved. Polymorphism in the sense, poly in the sense many, morpho means many forms. Poly is many, morpho is forms. So we are going to acquire many forms. Form in the sense we are going to use the code in so many classes. This is the main usage of overriding. So this will be achieved in the sense of an inheritance. So what is the main usage of it is for code reusability. So we already discussed that we are going to use the same code in so many classes. Okay. Next one. These are the terms you have to remember. These are all the terms you have to remember inside inheritance concept. So what is an inheritance? We are going to acquire the properties of a parent class towards our child class. So the child class is like so many classes that we are going to acquire the properties of a parents. So we are having the parent. So parent consisting of, suppose a person parent having 4 children. So like they are going to, the 4 children going to acquire the properties of a parent class. So we'll call the subclass or a child class. We are going to call the same, these both are same, subclass as well as the child class. And one more thing, we'll call the parent class as a super class also. So both are same. If the terms we are going to use in our notes, suppose if you mention like a super class, it is nothing but a parent class, the reusability concept. So we are going to use the same code inside another so many classes. Next, extends keyword. This is a keyword. These are all not the keywords. Class is a keyword. Extends is a keyword. Extends is a keyword for using the properties of a parent element by using this extends keyword. At the time of overriding, we just discussed that. Now we'll get a detailed concept of extends, how we are going to acquire all the properties of a parent inside our subclass or child class. Okay. Let me take an example. Share that. Sorry, not this one. Okay, not this one. Let me create another class inside the third unit. I'm going to take a Java class. So I'm going to take a class name called animal. This is the main class, which we call it as a parent class, and it consisting of, let me take another class also, public class, sorry, and there is a dog. One second, why it is showing dog is a public, should be declared a find name dot dog. Okay, don't require that. Okay, say this, we are going to acquire the properties of an animal. Dog, we consider it as a pet, but we call the dog, cat, all are animals only. So how to acquire the properties of animal? Let me declare a keyword called extends. So what is this extends? What is this extends? Let me show. So extends is a keyword which is used to acquire the properties of another class. So, I mean, let me explain you again, like extends is a keyword used in the concept of inheritance that one subclass or a child class is going to acquire the properties of a parent class or a super class. And how to declare that? After the declaration of the class name, we are going to use the extends keyword, and then we have to mention the name of the parent class. So this is a subclass, and this is the parent class. And in between that, we are going to use the extends keyword. Okay. Let me declare a method like, okay. Yeah, we'll declare some method like public. It's not X required. Okay, I will take test. I will take it as a text. This is a method. We need a return type or else it throws error. Okay. So inside that, I'm going to take system dot println. Inside that, I'm going to take parent class. Okay. So it has been declared. What is this? This is a method declaration in parent class. Now I'm going to write one more method called public void test. So inside this, I'm going to take, sorry, this is a child class. So now the same method has been declared. The same method has been declared. At the time of overriding, what we did that, see here, overriding concept has been occurred because overrides a method in animal. So it is going to override this method. So inheritance is a concept that we can achieve, overriding concept. So how to access this? But we used already extends. If we didn't use this, the overriding concept will be collapsed. See this, the O symbol has been gone. Why it is gone? Because we didn't use the extends keyword. If we use an extends keyword, then the overriding concept will be occurred. See, is overridden in dog. So inside a child class, it has been overridden, and here it how it's showing. See this, overrides a method in animal. So there is a same method available inside a parent class. This is the main concept of inheritance. So overriding concept is achieved inside, oh sorry, inheritance concept only. How to access this? Let me declare an object inside a main method. This should be a capital letter, and there should be in the name of array of strings. So how to access this one and this one? Let me declare okay, let me create an object because this is not a static. That's why to access this, if we declare a static, please remember every time I'm going to explain. If it is a static, the overriding concept has not been achieved. If you want to access from this method directly without creating the object of a child class, it is required to mention a static. If you want to remove this, you have to create the particular object of the class name. Let me declare this dog is equals to new dog of. So now the object of the child class has been created, and then I'm going to access the dog dot test. It has been achieved. See what it is going to print right now. Let me run this program. See this, only this has been accessed. Only this has been accessed because here we created the object of the child class. If we declare the object of a parent class, let me declare that animal is equals, this is the variable name. Don't you think like this is a keyword? Or if I mentioned animal, do we need to mention animal? No, it should be any name. New So now I'm going to access the test. Let me run this program. You will get a good idea about this. See this. So it has been acquired. So overriding concept has been acquired, and the properties of parent class has been acquired by the child class also. So there is a small difference over this. So while we are accessing a parent class, there is a small difference. So sir, you can ask like, sir, it's already declared over here and you are calling a parent class over here. So we'll try with the name to assign the animal over here. Let me check this one. Okay. So I assigned the parent class, sorry, the child class object to the parent class. So what it will happen now? Check it out. See this. I assigned a dog. Can you turn off your mic? Let me turn off myself. Okay, see this. So here I assign the child object to the parent class. So that's why when I'm going to access it, only it is calling this method only. It is not calling this method. So by using this, I'm going to access the parent class by using the object of a parent class. So here one thing you have to remember, there is another example. I will show you that. So this is a general example like a dog acquiring the properties of an animal, because the dog we consider that as an animal, and the overriding concept has been achieved by declaring the same method name as well as the same parameters, and the return type should be the same also. Let me take another example. Let me copy that one so that we will save some time. Where is it? I will create one more class like employee. So inside this, I'm going to paste. Okay. Okay, see this one. So here I'm having a parent class employee, and programmer is a child of an employee. See, in my words, I'm mentioning like programmer is a employee. Programmer is a employee. So the is a relation is achieved. So that's why they mentioned the name is a relationship. So we'll call the inheritance as is a relationship. Programmer is a employee. So you remember this word, programmer is an employee. Already a programmer employee, we know that. But in the terms of inheritance, what we call that? Programmer is a employee. So employee consisting of a 40,000 salary. So this is a parent class and the programmer is a subclass. How I'm going to access that? By creating a programmer object, I'm directly going to access this. This is the main concept of, I'm not achieving the overriding concept. See this one. So only a subclass, sorry, is subclassed by the programmer. A subclass is by the subclass is by the programmer. I didn't mention any method. This is the main method. Don't remember that one. If the overriding method concept was different, this is a different. This is the overriding method. You got my point. If I remove this one, let me say this. What it will do, same thing will be happened. So the values over here, what it is printing, If I create an object of a programmer and I'm going to call this, because these two things are different, these names are different. So, but we are asking with the same object name because these two things are different. If I'm going to use the same name over here and I want to access this also, check it out what it will happen. See this, it is already de-highlighted. This is not highlighted because we are not accessing that. If you want to access the particular overriding method, you have to create an object name, but not if this was a different one. We'll take the name as a check. And now see this one. Because these two things are not overridden. These two examples are very important. If the names are different, but by using the name of object of a child class, we can access both the variables by using the keyword extends. But if the names are not different, those two methods are overridden. That's why it is not possible to access the parent object method inside a child class. That's why we need to take the object of parent class. Then only we'll access this method only. Okay, I think you got the a difference in between this. Let me. So this, then only it will be achieved. Sorry. So you, not a mammal, this is animal. Okay, and we need to mention the name of an animal. So it has been highlighted. There is nothing else. Simply, if you want to access the method inside overridden by the child method, it is essential to create an object of a parent class inside a child class. Then only you can access that. If it is in the concept of overriding. But if you are having a two different names, whether it is a variable or a method, if you want to access both of them, there is no need to create the object of a parent class inside the child class. Directly by creating the object of a child class, you can directly access the salary of an employee. I think you got the good idea about the inheritance right now. Do you have any doubts? Let me know right now. I'm going to take another topic. I'm going to discuss about. Do you have any doubts? Today, why 47 people? Where are the remaining people? These people are not. I think we are going to post the attendance. Please make sure that be online. Maybe they will be detained. Actually, the information what I got from our, I mean, from our department. Make sure that, okay, please run the program. This one. Okay, let me run this program. See this one. So I just having two variable names or different. Initially, I'm accessing the salary of a parent class. It has been printed. And now inside a child class, I'm access the bonus 10,000. So the programmer will get the salary 40,000 as well as his bonus. I think you got an idea about this. So, okay, let me declare one more class so that it acquires the properties of the same method. Let me declare one more class. You will get a good idea about this programmer. Yeah, I'll mention the name as a 2 extends employee. So programmer 2 also one of the employee. So each and every programmer getting 40,000 salary, that was same. But in the sense of bonus, who works well, they will get a good bonus, right? Bonus is equals to 20,000. So this guy getting 20,000 more, but this guy is getting only 10,000. Let me take the same If it is like two main methods, maybe what it will happen, I don't know. Let me check it out. There are two main methods. Whatever it is, I will checking the bonus. Yeah, we should not create a programmer over here. We have to declare the name too, and this should be the same name as two. So this is a parent class. These two are a child classes. What they are doing, they are going to acquire the properties of a parent class. So this guy's salary for the both programmers is same, and their bonus is different. Based on their work, they are going to get the bonus. Let me run this program. See, this has been overrated. Actually, this is the, after printing this, there are two main methods, right? That's why it is showing this one. How to acquire the properties of this. Okay, directly I will pass the value. Why should we need? So in this sense, what should we need to do? So if they asked, if client asked, please, there are two programmers, send this, print their salary, and each and every programmer having different bonuses. So in this point of view, we need to write in this way. Let me write white check. Please see it carefully how I'm going to do this. So, but here, if I'm going to run this program, only this has been printed and this is not printing. Why? Because after coming the cursor over here, the compiler think like there is one more main method is there. Why should we need to consider this? Because already at the end, we are getting one more method. That's why these values are overlapped by these values. That's why we are not getting that. Let me pass a value from here. Sorry. Okay, we need to pass the value towards p dot check 20,000. Again, it will overlap, I think. It's okay. System dot out dot println. We need to print the salary also. Okay, I will try my best. If it is not acquired, then I have to create separate class, because we should not have a two different main method inside the same class name. This is employee class, right? With the name we have, it has been saved. Let me try this out. If it is work, then it is good for me. No, it is not working. Later we'll check this out. Only this has been checked, and this is not passing right now. Why we not getting this? Okay, I will create one more class over here, then I will check it out, because I think you got the good idea about this. So the parent class is acquiring, the child classes are acquiring the properties of parent classes. If we have a two different main method inside one class, it will overlap the previous class. That is the main concept. If you want to acquire the properties, it should be with the same, with the different classes. We have to create one more class like, we have to create one more class over here with the programmer, and one more class over here with the programmer too. Then only it will be individual. So inside the main method, inside the main class, we should not write two main methods. Now we got the good idea about this. So it is not over here. We have to create over here. Okay. Do you have any doubt? I will show you tomorrow that one. We are going to take one more topic. Okay, one more doubt. Okay, sir. Okay. So this is the main concept. It should not be inside the same class. It should not be over here. It should be inside one more a class called a programmer 2. So inside this you have to write. So it should be individual, sorry. It should be individual. If I'm going to print the values right now, see this, you got the answer, right? So this one. So now you want to work on employee. This is having already a child. Where is it? Yeah. And you will get a 10,000 and the bonus. See this one. So this is the concept of inheritance. So if you're having so many employees in the company and each and every person having a different bonus values, but the salary is the same for them. So how to acquire the properties? Directly passing the values towards it. There is no need to create the object of a parent class because it acquiring the properties of a parent class directly we can access by using the object of the child class. Okay, I think you got the good idea about this. Okay, let me go for another topic. Sorry, the time has been completed. Okay, it's okay. We can create the two child classes, only one main program. No, it is not possible. We already checked this, right? I already shown you. It is not possible because there are two main methods. How come? How the compiler knows that if there is already one main method is available, so that the last main method it will be considered by the compiler. Okay, this will be read by the compiler, but after this it is going to take one more main method and this main method will be overlapped by the next main method. So we can create the two child classes in only one main program. We can create, that was different. I will show you the program tomorrow because the time has been done. We can create, but not in this way. We should not create the main methods. This is not the right way to do. If you are going to, the main usage of an inheritance is only this class will be, the parent class will be, the main program will be stored inside of one class. And if you are going to access this parent class inside another subclass, we have to declare it separately. We should not mention over here because in our information point of view, in examination point of view, we have to write the subclass inside the same class because the examiners, they don't consider like, okay, they declared outside that and they have to call the properties. It should be inside the same package. Then only we are going to access that. Okay, I think you got the idea. Tomorrow again we are going to discuss the same topic because the object oriented programming is a relationship is one of the main concept, inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation. These are all the topics we have to discuss. Okay, there is no need to worry. Tomorrow again I will going to explain the same thing. Okay, have a good day. You may leave now. You may leave the class. Okay.